Lots of great art here in the Santa Clarita Valley, and especially when it's art that's based on faith and community and the bigger picture. It's even more awesome and thought-provoking. Valencia Christian Center will be bringing Martin Duty Calls, which is a live stage performance this Saturday. Valencia High School is where the performance is going to be taking place, 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. And here to talk about that and also the Valencia Christian Center are Marlon Saunders and Roy Parker. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's talk a little bit first about the play, Roy. Now, you had done this last year, I think it was last fall, right, in kind of the L.A. area.
Yes, we opened in Hollywood to very good, successful.
And you're bringing it back up here, which is really awesome because I missed the opportunity. One of my very good friends is in that show, and I missed the opportunity to see it when it was on. And so it's great to be able to that you're bringing it up here. And give me just a little bit of a rundown, a synopsis of Martin Duty Calls Out. You wrote it, correct?
Yes, I did, in collaboration with the lead actor Chad Thinken, who plays Martin.
And tell me a little bit about what the story revolves around.
Well, basically, it's the story of Martin and Clarita, their lives, two average, ordinary people who decided to dedicate their lives to the calling of a higher power. And all the tribulations and accusations and just a lot of the things they had to go through on their travel and journey through this great event that the movement that they were part of. And it's very informative, educational, but it's very entertaining.
And that's important, especially as they just celebrated the 50th anniversary of the March across the Edward Pettit Bridge in Selma, Alabama, as timely to bring it up here and kind of remind us, Marlon, of the bigger picture that we have here and our calling as it pertains to not only faith but also to our fellow man, right?
Right, absolutely. You know, it's we have to be reminded that when it comes to for lack of a better phrase, you know, race relations, getting along with each other, cultures, ethnic backgrounds. We have to be reminded that, you know, at the end of the day, it's not a black thing, it's not a white thing, it's not a brown thing, it's a Jesus thing. And I think if anyone is going to take the lead in that, it's going to have to be the church. And so one of the things, you know, I'm excited about the play coming to Santa Clarita because Santa Clarita is actually a great reflection of heaven, in that we have all ethnic backgrounds, social, economic, living all in one city. And, you know, that's how heaven is. I always say at church, it's not a black heaven or a white heaven or a brown heaven. It's just heaven. And so it's a great opportunity for Santa Clarita to take the lead in kind of bridging the gap, but also the pastors in the city to stand up, step up, and say, you know what? If anyone is going to help bridge this gap and keep this dream, so to speak, alive and going forward, it's going to be us. So I'm excited as, you know, the pastor of Valencia Christian Center to bring this play to Santa Clarita. And I'm praying that, you know, all who believe in what the dream was will come out and just show a sign of support, but not just support, but actually kind of take ownership of it and say, I'm going to do something to make sure this dream moves forward.
As I say, blending faith and art. And art, I always say, is the sake of art is to provoke thought, not just to pander to popular taste. And this, where you can actually get someone out of their own zone, even for a couple of hours or a couple of acts during a show, and then come back with something that they can take on with them, and that candle, as it were, to light around. A perfect opportunity. And Pastor Saunders, you did mention about taking the lead in that and setting the example. Really, really important in the community, and very right about the fact that it you know, as Dr. King had said, it's not the color of our skin, but the content of our character. I think it's really important, and if we have the opportunity just to remind ourselves of that, right, it's the opportunity to kind of move forward with kind of a higher calling within ourselves, right?
Absolutely. And I always say, you know, be the example you wish to follow. If we all just said within ourselves, instead of me looking to change someone else, I'm just going to be the change. Instead of me looking to wait for someone else to do something, I'm going to do something. If we all had that mindset, we'd be a much better group of people, not just locally, but internationally as well.
You know, and a lot of people it gets overlooked in history, the fact, I mean, we call him the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, but a lot of people forget he just started out as a simple pastor, very, very young in his 20s, when this kind of was almost thrust upon him in the mid-1950s to begin the kind of the basis of the civil rights movement. Is that right, Roy?
Yes, that's right. As a matter of fact, he was a very young man, but he had a PhD. So he was also very educated and had a sincere passion for what he did. I mean, it was his calling. And I'm so thankful because people don't really realize it. They just go through their day. But a lot of the things that we do today and the freedoms that we have and the interactions between one another are because of these things that happened back in the 50s and 60s.
Exactly. And on both ends of opening up the minds of people who may have also, prior to that, had them closed off to the ideas of interactivity and oneness in us all. So I think that's one thing that's come out of like my generation from learning about that. And it's a really important thing to move forward. And, you know, it's, again, just an amazing, you talk about those times, and it wasn't so long ago that we had those struggles. And really, unfortunately, on both sides, because, like I said, the narrow-mindedness of those who are doing the oppressing, opening that up and kind of realizing, hey, you know what, it is really truly the content of our characters. So this is a really great, I'm looking forward to seeing it. I'll book my tickets for Saturday night. Again, this is a play called Martin Duty Calls, and it will be at Valencia High School Saturday, March 14th at 3 p.m. and again at 8 p.m. So there's a matinee and an evening performance. What's the best way that people can get tickets for this?
They can go to the website, martindutycalls.com, and purchase your tickets online there, or either at the door.
Outstanding. And the Valencia Christian Center, Pastor Saunders, give me a little bit of update on that, where it's located and where your services are.
You know, we're very convenient. We are also currently holding services at the Valencia High School in the Performing Arts Theater, the exact same location where the play is going to be. Every Sunday, 9 a.m., 11 a.m., you can catch us right there. And so it's exciting, church. I love it.
Gentlemen, thank you so much for stopping by. Really appreciate the great conversation we had, and good luck and break a leg this weekend.
Thank
All
you.
right, and continued success.
Thank you
with
so
your
much.
ongoing mission, Pastor.
Thank you.